Hello and welcome everyone to the US Chess live coverage of the FIDE Candidates Countries Youth Online Chess Tournament. I'm joined by FIDE Master Jason Wang. Hey Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. Let me just make sure your video appears properly here, Jason. For some reason we sort of lost you here. So there we go. All right, awesome. And let's dig right in. So I explained the tournament a little bit and dig right into the US players. So this is a team tournament. Six countries, or the FIDE representative team is one of the nations involved. So there's FIDE, Russia, USA, China, Netherlands, and France. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. And the idea is these six teams are going to play each other over 5 rounds, team match. There's 5 players on each team, 3 boys and 2 girls, and hopefully the USA will win. But we'll see if that comes out accurate. There's some tough teams involved here. So let's have a brief introduction of the USA players, as you can see on the screen here. Our board 1 is manned by International Master Andrew Hong. Andrew is currently age 15 and rated around the mid 2400s FIDE. Jason, what can you tell us about Andrew? Have you played in tournaments with Andrew? He seems to be a couple of years older than you, so.
Yeah, I played a couple of games against him, and he seems like he's a very, very solid player, and I think he will do very good in this tournament.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's hope that comes in. And then manning our second board is Christopher Yu. Now I know full well that you've played in tournaments with Christopher. I think you managed to score the same number of points in Christopher at a World Cadet Championship at one stage. I don't think either of you finished in the medals, but you were I think, tied for 6th eventually. So what can you tell us about Christopher?
Of course, he has improved a great deal over the previous 1 or 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and I'm sure that he's stronger than me now. And it seems like he is going to probably put up a good performance in this tournament with his current rating and skill level.
Yeah, so he's actually rated higher than our board 1 right now in terms of FIDE rating. I'm not sure how much emphasis you put onto the ratings when it comes to rapid games of 10 minutes plus 2 seconds, but obviously he and all the players are going to be facing some pretty tough opponents, but we'll see how that goes. And then board 3 for us, the boys number 3, Robert Shilaktenko. I'm not sure. You probably run into Robert a few times, and you could probably correct how I'm pronouncing his last name better than I can. But I think you know Robert pretty well. You guys, are you considered co-Denker Tournament of Champions? Is that
Something like that.
you're right?
Yeah.
So I know you tied for first with Robert at the Denker tournament this year. Sorry, the Barber tournament, right? Not the Denker's the high school one. Barber is the middle school one. What can you tell us about Robert?
Um, I I think he deserves to win the Barber tournament. Considering I did not do so well at the start of the tournament, so I respect him, and I think he's gonna do well.
Yep, I hope so too. Did you actually play him in that tournament or not because you lost the first round?
No, I did not play him. Did not
Okay.
get the chance. Yeah.
All right. And then moving over to the girls, we've got women's FIDE master Martha Samadashvili. Martha was the under 10 gold medalist way back in the 2014 Pan American Youth Championship, and currently one of the top female players in the country. Have you run into Martha at all during your chess exploits?
I've seen her a couple times. I've never got the chance to play her, but um, overall, she seems like a very solid player, and I think she's gonna continue improving and do very well in this as well.
Yeah. So Martha is actually, even though this is an event for under 16 players, Martha is Currently age 16, having turned 16 just before the player list was brought in. So theoretically, she would still class as under 16 in the FIDE world. That usually uses January 1 as the birthday. And then last but not least, we'll go down to Women's International Master Rochelle Wu. Rochelle is currently age 14, and she was the girls under 10 gold medalist at the 2016 World Cadet Championship. Have you run into? I imagine you probably ran into Rochelle a few times on your travels.
I've played her. I've played her. I think probably twice in games, and first time I managed to win, but the second time she got her revenge and she beat me. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some tough folks here. So Rochelle is currently FIDE rating only shows us 2028, but she is much higher rated than that in the US chess world. So you'll have to excuse me, Jason, if I can leave you to just talk to about these players a little bit longer. I need to take a phone call because I am the team captain for US Chess and one of our players is currently calling me. So excuse me for one moment, folks.
Yeah, these players are all very strong, and we have to hope that we can pull off some victories here, because other teams are also very strong, and we need to hope our players are gonna play to their full potential, basically. Yeah. So we're going to start the tournament in about 7 minutes at 10 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, good luck, players. I've played with a couple of these players before. Played with Andrew, Christopher, and yeah, I think they're very solid and strong.
Okay, I'm back, Jason. Sorry. I think Martha is. So one of the things that needs to happen during this event for the anti-cheating regulations is every player needs to connect to a Zoom meeting and have a camera view that has the player and showing the screen. So they've taken it all very seriously. So each couple of teams has an arbiter that's going to monitor all those cameras and watch all the games going on. Martha was having a little difficulty getting hooked into the Zoom, but I think we've resolved that problem now. So hopefully we're set to go. So we should probably head over to chess.com and check in there and see if we can see some of the games going on. So let's briefly switch over here. And yep, your camera is a little messed up again. So let's get you. We spent all that time getting it all set up prior to coming live here, and of course a couple of technical issues here. So okay, that looks good. And so yeah, let's head over to chess.com and see what's happening. So we'll pop into the live chess here and see if we can find some games. Now I've got the chess.com usernames of the players, so hopefully we should be able to see them once their games go live. I imagine their games won't go live until we actually start the games. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the little list here of games that are going on. It should be really fast and furious action, Jason. 10 plus 2 is a pretty quick time control. It's not quite blitz, but definitely nice and fast and rapid. The game should be over, I think you estimated in about half an hour at 10 plus 2. So we'll have chance for a brief break before we go into the next round. So we'll actually play 3 rounds today, at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and noon Eastern time, and then we'll come back tomorrow for rounds 4 and 5. Is there any particular round? So in the first round here, USA. I think I popped that up on the screen there. USA is going to be playing Russia. So Russia is seeded 2. The Russia looks like they've come out with a very good team. They've got 3 international masters on the top boards, and a woman grandmaster on the top female board. I think they one of the players, a couple of current youth world champions involved in their team. Any thoughts on this strong Russian team, Jason?
I haven't really played against. I've only played against one of their players, and that was actually 2018 World Cadets, the one where I tied with Christopher, kind of.
Yep.
And yeah, he outplayed me a little bit. I managed to save a draw, but I played against Merzin Volodar, and
Okay.
yeah, so he's a very strong player.
Very strong. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've looked at most of the players here on the list. I don't know if we would say that, I mean, I guess there's a difference between very strong and the FIDE lineup are very strong, considering they've got 3 GMs on the top 3 boards there. They did come up with quite a team, but USA will play the FIDE team Sunday morning first, so you'll help me comment on that one tomorrow as well. So Jason, let me give people a brief background on yourself while we've got 2 or 3 minutes here. So you are, let me see, so you're the current Barber co-champion, and I believe you were a national K6 champion over at Super Nationals. Yeah? Is that right? You're a co-champion?
Yeah, a lot of co-champion stuff.
Co-champion, yeah. A lot of co-champion stuff. Right. I was definitely at Super Nationals as well, so I was the chief tournament director there, and but I didn't get to see an awful lot of action, unfortunately. And then let me see, you've been Ohio State Middle School champion for at least the number of years it looks like you've played in that event. So last year and 2017, I think you skipped 2018 possibly to play in the high school championship, which was in Columbus.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And I saw that both you and I think a couple of the other guys also played in that event as well. I think Andrew Hung played in the K12 as well. So you seem to be. I know most of the tournaments that you were playing in seem to be on the norm hunt, trying to get those IM norms. Is that accurate?
Recently, that's correct.
Okay. And how are you doing on that front? Do we have any yet?
Yeah, I have one.
One?
Problem is, there's not many tournaments still running right now, so it's
Well,
I got mine in like September last year, and I don't know. It's
okay.
but
Everybody's got to get the first one, and then it looks like your rating is coming up and up, and I think if you're good enough, you'll definitely get those norms. Then it sounds like you are good, and I am so grateful to have you on board doing the commentary here with me today, because I'm sure that people would rather listen to you comment than me. That's for sure. So if anyone's checked out my stream on a Wednesday night where I stream the Blitz, it's not the best thing in the world. So it is now 10 o'clock in the morning here Eastern time. So we've got some players playing on the West Coast that are getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to play. I think Martha's our only East Coast person. So I'm hoping that these games start appearing in the list here pretty soon. We didn't. There wasn't like a club or anything set up where we could easily just go ahead and see the games. So we are expecting to see Speed of Light Zero, who is Andrew Hong, and then Christopher Yu's username is just Christopher Yu, and Robert Shilaktenko, Martha Chess, and then we have Tank I-97, and we should ask Rochelle why Tank I-97 is her username. Maybe do you have any insights on that? Have you played her on chess.com?
Maybe I don't think so. I don't think I've played him, so I don't really know.
Okay. So we will see if we can work out what's going on here at some stage with the games. But the games should be starting
Yeah.
really soon. Of course, there are three matches going on this morning. So in the first round, also China gets to play the FIDE representative team, and France will play Netherlands. So I know the obvious answer to this is going to be FIDE. The FIDE chess team is probably the favorite. Who is that? What you would say, Jason? That the FIDE team is probably the easy favorites in this event, or
Yeah.
would you have your eyes on someone else?
Honestly, I think that FIDE is gonna definitely be the favorite, considering they have three grandmasters and like yeah, they're a very strong and diverse team. So
Right.
very strong team.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. They do well. I mean, Nihal Sarin was basically made the top eight of the Abu Dhabi tournament the other day, I believe. Um, so let's see if we can use some chess.com commands here to see if we can
Yeah.
work out.
Not playing. Oh, there.
Yeah. So there's one game. And it looks like the first game has started. So this is Andrew Hong, who has black. It looks like against Volodar Merzin.
Mm-hmm.
So so it looks like I probably should have followed the U.S. chess players. So it looks like
Where is Christopher? Oh, it's over there.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can follow them all and then switch between them. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that might be the easiest thing, right?
Yeah, so they
follow them all and then switch. Yeah. Alright, I'm just reconfiguring the screen here so that users can who are following us can actually see the games and not see anything they don't need to see. So anyway, let's dig back into this first game here. Should we run back through the opening real quick?
Yeah.
So looks like Sicilian open, Sicilian knight off, right? And this all looks pretty standard to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you have any thoughts on this.
I don't really play the knight off that much, so I don't really have too much experience in this line. But from what I can see, it seems that, at least in my opinion, I think black is. I think he should be satisfied with his opening.
Okay. Is that knight on c? Well, I guess that's some sort of pawn sacrifice, right? But, yeah. You think it's a free pawn?
Well, okay. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. I think. Maybe he won't take on c6, but he probably. I think white's gonna go for some light square counterplay on e4, d5, maybe. Because like black's bishop is kind of not really the best piece. So I guess it's a reasonable pawn sacrifice if Andrew decides to take the pawn.
Right. What would you say the drawbacks to taking that pawn are?
Yeah, it's just that now white has the bishop pair and oh, he plays d5. That's actually a very smart move, I think. Yeah, so d5 is good because he can open up his own bishop, and you can't take on d5 because of rook d8. And now I think if we take on c6 next move, it seems like black is actually just going to be up a pretty clear pawn to me.
Yeah, I guess the whole thing on this I find comes down to probably these bishops, and what's black going to do with this knight, right?
Yeah, but if black can manage to play like even something like d4, knight f4, black's knight, and then like running bishop b5 and queen c6 and all that stuff, I think black will be better. So it's white's job to figure out how he's gonna stop that.
All right. Cool. Should we go see if we can check out some of the other games here? So let's move over to Christopher Yu if we can. So here's the current position in Christopher Yu's game.
King's in.
So how is this working? So we're black here. I felt certain the colors were meant to alternate.
Black here, black.
But it looks like we're black in. It looks like we're black in every game here. I swear the colors were meant to alternate.
That's probably a mistake.
Yeah, I think it is some sort of mistake there. Let me. while you talk about this game, I'm going to email the organizer.
That's a good question. So this is King's Indian. White's idea is going to be to play b4 somewhere, and as in regular King's Indian, black is probably going to try to play kingside attack, f5, or he may try some sort of knight a6 move to like slow down white's plan. But I would think that maybe black should play. Yeah, black will probably. I think knight a6 or f5. I'm not sure.
Right. Well, I mean, the obvious plan for black is to play f5 at some stage, right? I mean, you can't play this like this and not play f5.
Just to stop
yeah.
Rook b1 makes sense. All this stuff makes sense. So probably f5 I would expect.
F5 and then b4.
Yeah, and then it's not so clear what white wants after b4 though. Like if I just take on b4 and then I just continue, because you're not gonna play b5 because of knight c5, and if c5 I just take it, I think.
Right. So there's f5 coming in.
F5, probably b4. It's gonna be played. Yep. I guess it's also kind of hard for black to attack fast.
All right.
Another option for black is just to ignore this.
Ignore the b pawn.
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna take on a5.
If you don't want to take on a5 to open the b file, or
I guess I just play knight c5 and he gave my knight to c5 square, and a5 is gonna fall. And I think black. I think if it's white to move in this position, I'm not even sure what I would play. Maybe I would consider like, because you're not, if you play b5 or b takes a5, I just go knight c5.
Right.
So
well, I mean knight c5 is good while you have this knight here, I guess.
Yes.
You know, if the knight actually probably belongs on f6 where it puts pressure on e4 at some stage, but
queen h4.
Well, well, that's the start of a kingside attack.
Yeah, I'm just not very sure what the queen's doing on h4.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I can think is he's gonna play f4 and then.
Yeah, but like.
Slowly match the pawn up, right?
Like his queen is actually.
It's out. It's yeah. It doesn't want to be in. I don't think it wants to be in front of this pawn.
Yeah.
Eventually. It's definitely interesting. Very very double edged.
Yeah, very very creative.
Let's run over to Robert's game. See how that game is going. So Robert also has the black pieces, which I think he was meant to get the black pieces, but let's run through quickly. See if we can run through this opening here real quick.
Finally. Some sort of.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think.
and we're at the final position. Well, the current position. So I mean, the first thing that sticks out to me is Black has an isolated queen's pawn.
Yeah.
And he's got to get those. You trade piece activity for that isolated pawn.
Yeah.
At some stage.
I mean, I think Black is actually doing all right here. Isolated pawn, okay. Can't really do much about it, but maybe I go rook c8 next. Oh, knight b3. What's the idea?
Did the knight come from b3 just a few moves ago? So I'm not quite sure.
It just came. It went knight b4, knight
right.
d6 a4, queen d7, knight b3. That doesn't make too much sense. Maybe we play. Maybe we just play rook c8 here. Or.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me is, I mean, as little as I know about sort of positional play like this, the rooks do belong on those open files. But I'm not sure if trading pieces is what you want to be doing. So it would be a little bit of a I'd be self-questioning whether that was the best thing to do or not.
Yeah, it depends on the position a little bit, but yeah. We also need to get we need to get some activity, or else White's just gonna start White's just gonna start putting pressure on White. On Black
right.
Because Black has isolated pawn. Black needs activity, or else White's just better.
Yeah, it's well, we're down to 5 minutes against 3 minutes already in some of these games.
Yeah.
We better check on the girls real quick before we miss out. So wow, oh wow, that +5. Shall we zoom through these moves and see if we can work out how it got to where it is? So Martha played a Sicilian.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a time on off. I have some experience in this line. I don't think b5 is the right move.
B4 there.
I think d6 is probably. But okay, now White's just probably slightly better in this position. Oh, what happened? What?
You know what probably happened?
What?
I bet the game had to start again because we had the wrong colors.
Oh, really? Those two games had to start again? Oh my god, Christopher game also started again. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so that one.
Kind of fortunate. But...
Right. Well, Martha was down by +6, I guess, according to the computer. So that we caught a break there. So that it looks like I'm not sure what's going on with the Christopher Yu game there. Yeah. But anyway, so let's go check on Rochelle. Rochelle is playing here, so there's 16 moves in. So let's see if we can see what happened here with Rochelle's game. So yet another Sicilian. This time Bishop B5 line. A little more solid from White.
Yeah.
Do you play the Sicilian yourself?
Yeah, I play the Sicilian.
Oh, that's very active.
B5. Wow. Oh.
And then Bishop takes E5 is the last one.
Yeah, it's tactical.
Yeah, the D7 bishop's hanging, right? So...
Yeah, so you somehow have to resolve the problem of Bishop F6 and Rook E1 check. And I don't see an easy way. Maybe you can... Yeah. Somehow Black needs a castle. Actually, she probably doesn't, but... she needs to get her king safe before bishop f6, rook e1, knight d4.
Right. So do you have to? Well, how?
I don't know.
You have to take on e5 and play bishop e6. Is that?
Yeah, that looks solid, and yeah, I think that's probably what the best move is. You're threatening to take on e5 after that. Yep. Should be bishop e6. And also it's interesting, after if white moves or defends his knight, maybe it's possible to bishop f5.
Bishop f5.
Yeah, it's
Pressure on c2.
But
yeah.
No, you're not gonna take on c2.
Well, you're threatening the knight here, right?
Yeah. But I think bishop e6. I don't know actually.
Well, at least it's posing some problems. I mean, whether you do take on c2, somehow you're posing this threat, right? It's sort of there's two things going on that white's got to resolve right now. There's the attack on the e5 knight and the attack on c2.
Yeah,
does white just drop knight d3?
I think I'll just drop knight f3, or maybe just rook e1.
Okay.
Queen d4, queen d4. Queen d4, I don't see something wrong with. I mean, this looks scary, but maybe black can just make a castle.
Right.
Because it's not. I don't think that white's gonna like checkmate like immediately. So.
Right. So castle, at least get the other rook into play, yeah. And then white is still. Does maybe white just doubles on it? Well, you can't.
Yeah, because
you'd have rooks come into the d file, right?
Maybe something. But I think castles is probably the best move.
Yeah. All right, so let's go check out. So it seems like the other two games did start with the right colors.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go here. Christopher now is white. And this is Royal Lepers now. d4.
Wow, never seen this. But okay.
And was
okay, maybe. Strange.
All right.
Stay here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm all, I guess black plays d5 now to. Oh, nice.
Maybe not d5 because of knight c6. But yeah, knight c5 looks just fine for black. I think black is fine here.
All right, let's run it. We'll run and quickly check on Martha, and then we'll get back to. So there's time trouble looming in some of the earlier games. So this is the new Martha game. So she now has the white pieces against the woman grandmaster from Russia, Garifalina. So well, it's not. At least she's not -6 anymore.
Yeah, true. Well, it's very fortunate that we switch colors.
Right. And this was like another one of your typical Sicilians. This was like sort of a bishop e2 version against the knight off type thing, but rook g1 and g4 is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's zoom back to. It seems that we got the board one game here with Justin.
Oh, I think black is better.
Is going pretty well for us, it seems.
Yeah, I think white is in danger of getting mated with like knight b4, and then maybe smothered mate somewhere, or just attack a2. I don't know, not sure.
Like this way.
Knight b4, yeah, and I'm threatening knight c2, and maybe I can also play knight d3 there. Don't know.
Right.
But maybe white plays. I don't know actually.
Bishop e6 check. Oh, you're gonna trade off that.
But
well, I see. So do you want to allow that knight to be captured, or do you want to sacrifice the rook on d8?
I think we should take on e6. But I mean, okay, well, what's the black's up 2 pawns? Then maybe I'll just go with king h8. Black's up 2 pawns, I go king h8.
And just you're happy to trade off and go to the end game rather than look for a
No,
mate.
white's not gonna take on d5. I'll just go rook d5. I'm up 2 pawns. So you probably have to somehow maybe I don't even know. Like
How does
what's
how does this bishop get into the game?
I don't know.
Oh well, I guess no. Is d4 is not hanging right after all these trades on d5.
Maybe white can try bishop d5, rook d5, bishop d4. No, but then I just take on d4. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think it was hanging, but now you've got to protect this.
Yeah, but just rook e7. Now I take. Now I'm up 2 pawns. Rook c1 maybe.
Oh, he's got.
26. Yeah.
It's only 11 seconds left.
Seconds.
Yeah, not a lot to go.
But
You got to put the king back on g8, maybe.
I would have just traded rooks and then, but this is also winning, I'm sure. Also scary. I think Andrew's doing very fine here.
Andrew, yeah.
He might win. Yeah. Queen e7. Oh my god, what's this? Just queen f6.
You can't take it.
Okay, yeah, king g8's a really good move. Right? You have to move your queen back. Oh. Is there something wrong? Just like maybe you gotta just. Oh wait, he's like solo on time. d3. Rook f3. Oh.
Now the d pawn is running.
Now the d pawn is running. D3 probably. King f7. Just make moves. Lag.
Right, there is a 2-second increment.
Yeah.
Did the opponent lose on time? I'm not sure.
Still possible. Still possible to lose on time.
Yay, black one.
Yay, we won.
Yep, awesome. So and it looks like Robert lost.
Yeah. So
Robert lost on this board, on board 2.
Oh.
So we're.
Third game is like 6 seconds each. Third game. Well,
yeah. So this one's on, and so we got Rochelle here fighting.
In this game, it seems like you're just gonna be up like 2 pawns. Don't take on b5. That's it. Oh, what's happening? Is white gonna make a draw? White's probably.
Well, the g3 pawn is going.
Yeah.
And then if the knight.
E pawn is actually very dangerous.
Can the knight get over there to
we just play
take that?
Yeah, we just win. The game is over.
We win with 5 seconds left.
You probably have to go bishop knight.
Yeah. Rochelle won. So USA are up 2-1 right now.
Yeah. Okay, 2 games left.
Good. All right. Let's go check out Christopher Yu. This game may go on a little longer than we anticipated since it started late.
Where are white's rooks?
Good question. So it's probably just my screen here. So let me.
Why is white down 2 rooks?
White is missing
rooks in this game as well.
Right.
Okay, yeah, invisible rooks. I like that.
There we go.
Oh, I see.
Is that better?
Yeah.
So let's.
Computer still says -4.
It's.
Yeah, this is not -5.
No, it's catching back up now.
Oh yeah.
It what the?
Why is it -3? Oh, -1.
It's not now.
Wait, okay, now just imagine
What my computer is just here to give you some questions to answer. So it looks like Christopher's doing okay here. I think we can ignore the analysis bar, I'm sure.
Yeah.
For now, and just so white does have a lot of pawns coming at black on the king side there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure f5 is wanting to be played at some moment. you just got to be careful that e5 pawn doesn't become too loose.
Not sure. But I think we can conclude that white is better here.
Is that just simply based on more space, piece activity,
More space,
pawn structures?
Based on the fact that I'm not sure what black's plan is. But white has a clear plan of just, at some point, maybe not right now, but at some point, just prepare just user space. And black, on the other hand, is, I don't know what's his plan. Maybe I honestly don't know.
Well, black's definitely thinking. Well, Christopher's definitely thinking right now. So let's run and quickly check on Martha, who is already
low on time again.
In low on time. Yeah. So black's, as is typical here, black's king is still stuck in the middle, but white's king is stuck in the middle too, which I don't normally see the white king stuck there. Usually it's over on c1, b1, or somewhere tucked away.
Yeah. Problem is black's king is very safe.
Says the Sicilian player.
I mean, it is. Like, I'm assuming black will probably. I mean, obviously you should take on d5. I don't know what the what, but okay, with the bishop. Yeah, that makes sense. And just bring, I guess, yeah, knight c4 and then maybe knight d6 somewhere, or knight d7. I don't know, because it's not clear what white pieces are doing. I think white's king is gonna be more dangerous than black's.
How are we protecting c2 here?
That's a great question. Knight a1? I don't know.
Rook c1. Rook c1.
Yeah, rook c1. The problem is black has a very easy game now. Like knight d6, and then knight h4 maybe somewhere.
Right, and the rook is dominating that h5.
Not clear what white's gonna do. Like.
And Martha's also down to 2 minutes now against 6 minutes.
She's gonna sack on, but I'm not even sure if black will take. She probably will. I think she needs counterplay with like knight c6 or something. But even after knight c6, like, I think queen c2 here, yeah. Probably knight c6, queen f5, or yeah, probably queen f5.
She traded.
But now it's not. Now it's not so easy because it's not clear how black is gonna get rid of this knight on c6. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think she's losing anymore.
You don't think trading the queens was okay? I don't know about allowing rook h2.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Wow, what's happening? Oh.
Well, black is trading everything off.
Well, bishop d8 is interesting. Get the bishop to b6, but for some reason the engine bar is now saying that almost a4 I like a lot. Yeah, white's just gonna open the a file and get the rook there.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So just a reminder, USA is up 2-1, so a win in either of these two games would clinch the match.
Yes.
And these are the two games that we have the white pieces in. Thanks to
we have to hope.
Small error. Let's go check and see how Christopher is doing in this game. Hopefully the rooks are still on the board this time.
Ooh, I think that white messed up a little bit.
Yeah, somehow that knight got from in 5 moves. We can I just go back a couple of moves and let's see what happened? Yeah. Black trading on d5. Why
No,
would
but
you trade on?
no, taking on d5 isn't the best because I mean I don't think allowing bishop d5 is good either. But
Now the knight's got a juicy square on e4.
yeah, knight d2. But the problem is like now black has a plan, and I think what would have been better if he just stopped bishop d5. Oh, bishop c5. Not sure.
Yeah, this looks very even to me, but these
Yeah,
positions
but
can be.
but I think somebody's gonna win this game. Yeah.
H4. And both players getting down to a couple of minutes as well.
Yeah, it's like now it's pretty much a 3-2 game. 3+2. So I think yeah, they're just gonna start. Both sides are gonna start their pawn storms.
And so what is White's play? Is he going to play g5 at some stage and just
Yeah, I think
leave the pawns
g5
and then determine which one of these pawns we're going to push or
push. Yeah.
get the king up in support. Sure, you gotta find a home for the king and the rooks, right? Somewhere that supports whatever you're doing. You gotta make sure this pawn doesn't drop at some stage.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's run back over to Martha and see if she's hanging on here.
Oh, she is maybe. I don't know.
So rook b5.
Rook b5 is probably the best move.
Pretty obvious. Oh, you can
White's
play rook c2.
Or rook c2. Rook c2, maybe I play king b3. Yeah, rook b5. Bishop d2, king c8. Probably f4. Oh.
Well, the king can't leave protection of the d5 pawn.
Yeah, so bishop f4, you have to play. Probably bishop back to d2. I don't know. Somehow we need the rook to move. So maybe yeah, we bring our bishop to c3. Maybe.
Well, the g5 pawn is hanging as well,
Yeah,
but I guess you
trade
g5 for a5. I'm not sure if you want to give them two connected pass pawns over
maybe
there.
Maybe I take a g7 after that.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe my bishop's gonna get trapped, but. Well, now maybe I can play. I was thinking maybe you could have played rook a1 there, but I don't know. Somehow we need to get the rook in the game. King e4, rook d4. Oh, this is annoying.
Yeah, because of a rook d4 check.
Yeah, in rook d4. Oh, rook d4, bishop a5. We have. So probably rook c5 or a4, a4.
Yeah, now you do have bishop c3.
Yeah, I think White's holding a little bit here.
Assuming White can now get the rook into the game.
Yeah, play rook a1. Yes. Oh, finally. I think maybe Black can play bishop d4.
Trade
that
off.
could actually be very annoying. Because you're not going to take because of rook d4 and then rook d5 and then rook g5 and then all the pawn. Okay, bishop c5.
I think that's just finding another home for the rook.
Yeah, we need to go like king e2. I still think that Black should play. Oh,
a3.
Yeah, I don't know. This is.
Well, she's not going to take on b2. I think
Yeah, but
a2.
my idea is to go
But,
ba3. If I can play ba3, I think she's gonna make a draw.
right.
Because then like rook e1, rook e7.
Yeah, I would imagine black has to either take on b2 or play a2. I don't think you can.
Christopher there is also. Oh my god, they're low on time on both boards. Oh.
Yeah. Let's run back over there. It's hard to keep an eye on both boards at the same time.
The position's not changing.
Yeah, they've made very few moves in there.
Yeah, that's why they're both low on time.
Shuffling rooks, and the king is coming up.
Yeah, it's about to start the spam moves. Not the spam, but start the move in 2 seconds.
Yeah, just little moves here and there.
Yeah.
Just to do something.
Yeah, just the important thing here is to make your opponent think.
Okay, a lot of pressure on that e5 pawn now.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, whoa! What's happening? E6. E6. Right.
Yep. E6. If you take on
f4.
f4.
And then EF7, King F7,
EF7.
E8.
Oh, well, played H-G7, King G7.
I still like white a lot. Maybe we just play rook e1. Just keep the tension a little bit. But we need a not flag.
F6.
F6 actually black's king is like maybe I go rook h1 here.
And then H5 and G5 or?
Yeah, we go to H5 probably. Yeah, let's go rook H5, right? I mean, it seems like black's king is in a mortal peril.
Right.
Rook H2 or
okay. Well, took 6 seconds against
king E4.
A few seconds.
Okay. Rook H2, King F5. Oh, black's king is.
Yeah, you can't play Rook H2 because I think E5 goes.
E4 for sure. Rook H2. Are they gonna repeat? Oh, they're gonna repeat.
They did.
Okay. So now we need Martha to hold a draw.
Right.
She is.
Wow, the rooks came off.
Yeah, I think this is a draw. Because you can't kick my king off e4. I just keep my bishop on f6 and e7. e7, f6, e7, d8, e7. Wow. Yeah, king and e4 is perfectly placed, and black can't do anything. Bishop e7. Bishop e7. Oh, bishop d8. Oh god. Oh no.
Well, you can play king f4 now to protect the g pawn, I guess, and keep moving the bishop.
Yeah, bishop d8.
Or protect it from the other side.
Oh, bishop d2. Oh, same thing. Now we just go, like bishop f4, bishop e3. Only problem is now it's possible for black to make progress. Like
yeah. You put the king on c4, I think, and try and stop the black king from getting it.
c4 now. But now black's gonna somehow try to play f6 somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can stop f6.
The
question becomes whether you can. Well,
now
bishop d4.
Now bishop d4. Now we bring our bishop back.
Yeah, bishop back to f6 again.
Okay, now it's like the same thing. Now bishop a5 probably. Yeah.
Stick the king on c4.
Maybe just go king c2. Just get a tempo. Okay. Okay, bishop.
Bishop e7 and bishop f6 again.
Bishop e7, bishop f6. Yeah, black is not making any progress. When can she claim 50 moves?
I don't know. I could scroll back through the moves, but it's going to jump to the last move again very quickly.
So it's been like 30 moves maybe.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have to claim. So the rules on chess.com are as soon as 50 moves is met, then really? it will automatically declare a draw.
So just stop f6 for like 10 more moves or 20. I don't know, and then we win. Yeah,
this is
very solid. I mean, it's not.
This is a fun plan, just stopping the king from getting in.
Oh, bishop d4 is. Oh, but no, but now just king e3.
Bishop f4.
Bishop e7. Oh, king.
King c3.
Oh, but now king f3.
King f3, attack the bishop, and then king e4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was a weird way to go around it, huh?
King e3. Oh, so precise. Yeah. Now we just chill again. Yeah. King e4.
And at some stage, unless she plays f6, this is going to declare itself a draw.
Oh, she's allowing f6. Oh,
Don't.
Oh no, your bishop's getting trapped.
Oh,
what happened?
Well, now you got to play there, and then
how many
bishop
moves? Click draw.
King somewhere.
Oh, come on. Click draw. Just click it.
Come on.
The problem is now bishop c1 and f6. Yeah. Oh no, she's gonna play f6.
Yeah. Oops.
Oopsie. Now it's lost.
I wonder how many moves she was close to.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you got to play a bishop somewhere now, or well, you can't. King h4. I mean, it doesn't matter.
King h4's lost. You just take on g5
with the bishop.
Oh, king f7 is even more precise. Now you can take on g5. Oh, f5? No, this is not how you play this. This might be a draw again.
No, true. Bishop's coming off now.
No, but this is this a win?
This has to be a win, right? You can get the king around to c5 or something, and then push the f pawn, and you can distract the white king from protection of here by pushing this. You get the king around here, attack this, and then push the pawn. Okay, well that the match finished tied 2.5, 2.5. So would USA have settled for a 2.5, 2.5 tie against Russia prior to the start?
Maybe, but okay. I mean, knowing the course of the match, probably US could have hoped for more.
Right. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. But okay, so a tied match against Russia. So USA, we finished 2.5, 2.5 against a very strong Russian team. So Jason and I are going to take a brief break right now, and we'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we will commence match 2. And who does USA play in the next match? USA plays France. So we'll be playing France at 11 o'clock Eastern. So we'll come back at a few minutes to 11, and we'll see you all real soon.
Okay. I'm doing good. Are we? Are we? We're not live, right?
Hello and welcome back to live coverage of the FIDE Candidates Countries Youth Online Chess Tournament. I'm Chris Bird, I'm FIDE Events Manager for US Chess, helping host this event. And I'm joined by FIDE Master Jason Wang, who is providing much more expert commentary than I ever could. So, Jason, that first match was pretty thrilling. A lot of stuff went down to the wire. We tied Russia 2.5, 2.5. Thoughts after round one?
I think U.S. team is in shape. They're on form, and I think we have a good chance in this round.
Yeah, so round two, we are playing against France. So let's see if we can pull up the board by board pairings here. Just to have a quick look at that.
Yeah, and we're actually seated higher than France, so
Exactly. That's round two. There we go. So Andrew this time will have white, and so will Robert and Rochelle. So in each match, we get 3 whites and 2 blacks, or 3 blacks and 2 whites, because there are five players on each team. It seems a little of a strange color imbalance for a tournament, but that's the way the organizers set it. We unfortunately can't see the results for the first match, so we don't know how France did at all. Maybe the organizers are having a couple of teething problems too, getting things going. But what are you expectations for this match? Do you think each match is different based on what you're seeing here, or I mean, Russia was seeded 2 with 3 IMs on the top board and a woman grandmaster, and we pulled something out there.
I think that because of the first match, I think it's gonna be. I think U.S. has a good chance to win this match. Probably, I would bet like 65%, maybe.
65%, that high? You're going with the odds, huh? We should have you run some of the stuff with Greg Shahadi and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say that. I don't know, and also, yeah, okay.
So anyway, hopefully the colours will be set up right from square one this time, and Jason's going to be with me through the end of this round, and then I will be joined for the last round today, which starts at noon Eastern, with Women's Candidate Master Ruyang Yan, who is one of the best female under-16 players in the country too. So Ruyang and Jason just missed the cut of making the teams here, so we invited them to provide better commentary than I ever would on these games, and so I'm very thankful to them for joining us, saying yes, and being a part of the team somehow, in some way, shape, or form. So Jason's rocking his US Chess team hat, which is great. I'm rocking my US Chess shirt, which I should do as a staff member of US Chess, I guess. And we're hoping to get the action going here in like a minute. So we're going to head on back over to chess.com and see if we can get some of the action going here. And we are just waiting for these games to begin, which should start any second. So I don't know how much of a delay there is. If it's anything like when I was going to run the Final Four of College Chess Online, there should be some administrative person that can issue some commands and get things going here really quickly, so the games pop up automatically on the player screens, and then they start from there. So we're still waiting. I now have 11 o'clock, but they may be starting the FIDE is playing Netherlands in round 2. Oh, here's some games coming in. So let's get straight over to the action here. It looks like we started with Robert. So Robert is playing board 3 for us. So why not? Let's just kick in.
Yep.
Here real quick.
I don't like this for white.
Yeah. Well, way to instill confidence in the U.S. chess position
The
from.
problem is that uh, I think e5 is a little bit early.
Okay, you should have maintained the tension there a little bit more.
Yeah, because now the problem is e5. Like, I think I've had similar positions as black, and it gives black a much easier time to deal with this.
Okay. There's some sort of
Yeah.
like King's Indian attack from the white side, I think. Or...
Yeah, he's probably gonna try like to mate the guy. Yeah, knight f1. Oh my god, the guy's pre-moving. Why would you pre-moving this? The guy just pre-moved b5. Oh my god.
I guess there were no white captures.
What if white played like something like knight d4 or something?
That would have been fun.
Only we could see their screens.
If only you could see the pre-moves, right? To make use of them. That's exactly right. So let's head on over to Andrew's game here.
Oh.
Andrew Hong has white against international master Moritzi from France.
Yep. And I was looking at chess.com, and it seems like I think France won the match against Netherlands.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at their profiles, and it seems like all the French players won. So.
Right. So that was the number 5 seed against theoretically the number 6 seed. So the Netherlands, on paper at least, the weakest team in the event. But like I've said before, I think at time control of 10 plus 2, just about anything can happen when the players are good enough.
Yeah. I'm not sure the exact score, but it seems like they have won their match.
All right. So this must have been some sort of Sicilian as well?
Yeah. But this Sicilian I think has gone really well for white, because it's going to be actually not that easy for black to make a castle. Because d7 is going to be very weak.
Yep. All right, let's go check out Christopher Yu, who is playing board 2 for us, and he has his first game with the black pieces, his first official game with the black pieces.
Looks like the same position as white played e5.
Yeah, and another Sicilian, Rick Terraza.
But something's happened. Something is not going right. Like a4, is a4 not dangerous?
Did black castle on the queen side?
Yeah, I mean a4, right? That probably just wins a pawn. Unless knight a7 is played.
They played g4.
Yeah, I mean black's position is dangerous here because a4 is always in the air.
Right, just castle and queenside seems really weird. I mean, putting a rook on c8.
It's not normal.
Yeah. It's definitely not something I would have considered, but to be honest, I'm not a Sicilian player. It's way too active for me. I mean, black wants some of the regular plans of attacking on the queen side here, but you're never going to get it in this position.
Yeah. Like, castling queenside is not generally how you would want to play this position. Because it's hard to suggest what black's plan is. Like, you're not going to attack on the queen side. You're not going to attack on the king side. You're probably not going to attack in the center. And I think white's player is a lot easier.
Yeah. And already the engine is evaluating this is very good for white. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's run and quickly check on Martha, who's playing board 4. So Martha, women's FIDE master Martha Samadashvili, fortunately lost her first game, but she now has the black pieces here, and she is playing the top women's French girl, Elise Tomasi.
I actually like black here.
I think black's going to be the first one to get on that open file at some
Yeah, and
stage.
also like bishop a6 could be very annoying. If I
Yeah,
have knight
d3.
bishop,
Yeah.
I don't know. And rook c8. Probably. Actually, no. A3 is a really good move. Yeah, knight has to go back.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely didn't want this knight getting into the d3 square.
Yeah, but still, after like bishop a6, knight a5, maybe I can go into c4 square now.
Just gotta watch out for things with this, and then obviously c4. But yeah, putting this knight over onto another outpost here.
Mm-hmm. I think black is at least.
The white needs to get this bishop into play. And
e3. I mean, can I just play knight d2, or maybe maybe bishop a6? I don't know. Hard to say.
There, or you could play knight takes. After knight takes, does white recapture with the knight and just leave the bishop?
I think you should recapture with the bishop to stop like knight a5 and bishop a6. Not stop it, but
hold it up.
Yeah, but then white's pieces are slightly misplaced. Or another option is maybe no. I think you have to either play one of those two. Unless I'm missing something really obvious. What?
Looks like someone's having some sort of connection issues.
Yeah, it's lagging. Who's lagging?
All right, well, let's go check out Rochelle real quick.
You lost connection. Or what? Is this connection?
Oh.
Well.
Am I back? Looks like I'm back.
Yes.
So let's go check on Rochelle real quick. So, Rochelle has her had the black pieces. No, she has the white pieces this time.
It's lagging again.
First official white. Well, let's see. Yeah, my internet connection's very good. So let's.
Amazing internet connection.
I'm gonna blame chess.com. No, I can't blame chess.com. Let's.
Anyway, white's position looks fine here. Very good.
Yeah, looks like she has is a French defense of some type.
But if black has to play c3, or if black has to play c3, cb3, but now I don't even know what captures best. Oh, probably just AB, simple. But now black's attack is going nowhere, and then white can just slowly just initiate a kingside attack. What is happening? Because everybody's internet connection is bad now.
It's obviously. Let's see if we can get caught up here. So let's. Robert.
Person has one bar. God.
Yeah, what is going on? I wonder if chess.com is having some. It can't be everybody. It must be me, right?
It can't be everybody. It's just probably lagging, so
right.
It says everybody, but.
Oh, there we go. We have some life.
Yes.
Oh, and we're gonna get.
Yay.
But we are up to date on this position at least, so we can at least talk about this.
Wait, that was a 4-minute thing. Oh, it's okay. That probably.
You think that was related to lag?
I don't know. Possibly.
Or he really had a 4-minute thing on playing knight cd4.
I mean, I don't know, maybe because the 4 minutes haven't time pretty much. But it's still lagging, so. But let's see.
The perils of playing online, huh? But not everybody can be lagging. It must be me that's lagging.
Yeah, not everybody.
Well, everybody is on one bar, and so something looks a little strange.
They're actually offline.
Well, we do seem to be. Are we getting the occasional updated move? I don't know. I guess we did get this position is at least seems a little further over than it was.
Yeah, I like white here still.
Yeah, that knight's going into d6
And then
at some
maybe
stage.
another one on g5 maybe. I mean, assuming you can solve the e5 problem.
Right.
Okay, yeah, this is unfortunate. Um, 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 yeah, we better reopen chess.com. Refresh it. Um,
I wonder if chess.com is having some issues.
yeah, let me see. I'm gonna let me try to log on. Oh, my chess.com is perfect. No, it says, oops, there looks like there was an error. Please refresh.
Oh, so it sounds like chess.com is potentially having issues.
Wait, let me see if I can see these games. Oh yeah, it says, please wait, it's taking longer than usual to connect.
Right.
My internet is good here, so I think, yeah, something's happened. Yeah, I can't even see the games anymore. Yeah, okay, chess.com's
Okay.
That's great.
I guess there are some other events. So let me just so if you're watching the stream, it looks like chess.com are possibly having
Yeah.
some issues with the games here. We
Yeah.
are trying our best to get back online here.
Oh, wait,
Chess.com.
chess.com worked, maybe.
So let's see.
Okay. Chess.com is working, kind of.
Kind of working now.
I need to look up their name. Oh, it still says longer than usual. God. 8-0.
And of course, it always happens in the middle of an event.
But are the players chess.com lagging as well? Because that could be kind of sad. Because then they'll have to replay the games again. Oh. What is happening?
Yeah, I don't. So my chess.com is definitely having
Mine is too.
having some issues.
And every other site is
and I would normally blame it on my computer and the fact that because I'm streaming, it's not very good. But since you're having issues too,
yep.
It seems to be a chess.com issue. So just quickly, USA is playing round 2. We hope somewhere is playing against France. In the event.
Yeah, I have the same like checkerboard loading thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's not working. Oh.
Anywho, so we were hoping to bring you live coverage. We don't know if the games are actually still going on or not. I mean, from what I can recall, the games were pretty much in progress. I think Christopher, you played this very strange, what it seemed to me strange castle in Queenside in the Sicilian there.
What is happening? Yeah. Yep, completely, chess.com is broken. Yeah. So what do we do?
Yeah. So well, I assume that if I'm just responding here.
Yeah, somebody's asking.
Yeah, so someone's asking if there's a specific link for the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
somewhere.
I'm looking at the.
So I think um,
That's unfortunate.
so we're gonna check, see if other people are
Yeah.
having issues with chess.com.
Yeah.
I know for sure I am. I'm gonna try
try.
refreshing this again.
Me too. I'm gonna try refreshing it again. Nope, not working.
Nope, still not working.
Yeah. Yep. Please wait a second longer than usual to connect. Oh,
Yeah.
a message. Yeah, it's not working.
So
Yeah, I don't even know if the players are even playing. Like.
yeah, I'm sure they're all having issues. Now the good thing is the players are all connected via Zoom to
Yeah, so
to the arbiter that's overseeing them, so they're able to speak to the arbiters and get connected.
What if the problem doesn't get resolved by like?
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure. So I know we had a couple of teething problems in the first round with the players being assigned the wrong colors. That was an easy fix. But chess.com not working is a problem that might be a little more difficult to resolve. I assume chess.com are aware that there's an issue and are hoping, because I think chess.com had something else going on today as well. I know there was the big Magnus Invitational going on right now. Please don't switch over to watch that. Although I won't be offended if you do, since our chess is not working. And then it seems someone is trying to call me. So let me. I'm just gonna mute here real quick and take a call from one of my players.
Yeah. Let's see. It's probably a call to say, oh, my internet has went out or something. Oh, just have to wait and see. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back. So of course, all the players are calling me to say that they're having issues with chess.com.
Yep.
So it seems everybody. So it wasn't just my computer. Thankfully, it was. It really was an issue with everybody lagging and not having service on chess.com where the games are being played. So what I think we're going to do right now is we'll just take a quick break here, and we'll hop out of the stream here real quick, and then we will hopefully be back live real soon. So thank you for joining us. I'll keep everyone in touch with what's going on, and we'll check back in about 10 minutes, folks. Thank you. Well, folks, we are back live, and let me unmute my commentator there, Jason. And it seems that chess.com are still not up and running. So at this stage, we're in a momentary pause, and we haven't received any updates on what the plan is right now. So the organizer's been very quiet. I've been on the line with the team and the arbiter who is overseeing the USA players. The arbiter is very quiet right now. Obviously, there's not a lot anyone can do if chess.com is not working. Our plan right now is to at least, there was 3 rounds of the event going on this morning. I will definitely stay online. Jason was meant to be leaving me after this round, and then I was going to be joined by Yang Yan, women's candidate master, for the last round today. So we'll work out what's happening with the commentary team at some stage. Maybe Jason's able to stay connected for a little while longer if he can, and then we'll check in with Yang and see if we can get her online for the last game since she's on the West Coast. Right now, we can let's actually switch over and see if at least the standings on chess results were ever updated. So let's head on over here, and if we refresh this real quick, it seems that the
Nothing.
standings standings are, but this is not related to chess.com. So this is just something the organizers I was hoping would keep up to date with the round by round results, etc. And team pairings, and as you can see, there's absolutely no results in there as yet either. So we could talk about the standings. All we know right now is that Russia and USA definitely tied the match 2.5, 2.5. I think Jason confirmed that France beat Netherlands.
Yeah, they won 3.5 to 1.5
in the first round, and USA is then playing France in round 2. The game's got about a few minutes in, and then everybody lagged, and it seemed that it wasn't them lagging, it was chess.com's server that was having the main issue. And so we've been connected to chess.com, trying to get in, trying to work out what's going on. It gives us a message saying things are a little slower right now than they should be, which I think is the mild version of what people are saying. Right now there are live chess is unavailable for required maintenance, is the message I'm getting now. So there isn't an awful lot we expect total downtime to be less than 60 minutes. Well, let's hope that's the case. So what I'm going to do right now is probably just close down, shut down the stream, and we will come back live hopefully once we get an update of the games. So stay follow us on Twitter at US Chess, and hopefully we'll send a notice to you all once we become live again. But for now, I think best is we just shut things down, and we will reconnect once we have an ETA on chess.com and when the games are going to get back on going. So Jason, thank you very much for joining me for 1.5 rounds today. So I'm not sure at what stage the games will recommence, whether they'll start again from the same positions they had, or with the times, or what. It seems like some of the players actually might have closed down what they were playing. So that might be an issue for the arbiters to resolve. But yes, thank you very much, Jason. We will see if we get you back here later on, or failing that, we'll definitely see you in the morning for whatever chess there is going to be. Hopefully chess.com get the issues resolved, and we'll be